Hello once again, tackle tacticianers. On our Facebook page, we were doing a little experiment with a Papaw E's homemade pork toads made out of Kentucky. You can find them at www.papaweporktoads.com. They're handcrafted. We ordered several different colors, and we actually ordered some that were just plain natural. We didn't want any kind of colorant or what have you, so we could do our own little experiments. And so a week ago, that's what we did. We brought out an airbrush and a couple of particular different colorings that we mixed together to try to see if it would succeed. Well, you can see on the left-hand side from our post, we actually put a little texture, into the design there. And of course, the colors look fairly dark and vibrant. From what we did, which we knew as we dried these out prior to trying to put a little paint to them per se with the airbrush. We did very light coat, just one little light coat is all we did. We knew it was going to absorb into the pork. That's a given. So what we ended up doing is we did not want to try to add any kind of preservatives to that or not, or what have you. We don't know how the experiment was going to go. So what we ended up with is we placed them in individual bags and just water. That's all we did for a week. So there was no salt, no preservatives, and you can see the colors are not quite as vibrant, which we expected that because we only put just a very light coat. We were going to come back and do several coats over, a few hours or a few days to really let that color really soak in. But we wanted to try one single light coat and then let it sit in water, just plain water. We put them in little Ziploc bags and left them on the workbench. And you can see, it's not as vibrant, but it turned out pretty cool. Still, we could do whatever colors we want, and I chose just to go left and right instead of up and down, just to see how it would blend with the airbrush. Our next experiment, we'll do multiple colors, and we'll do lengthwise, because on this it kind of looks like you can kind of dip it in, but we were trying to mimic something like in the prey of a crawfish with the blue at the top and then the kind of the fade. So and then on this one here, it's a little bit longer cut, and this is the one we actually did the pattern on, which we knew that was going to fade, but that would be cool. But we're going to experiment around with something that would actually lock that color in. We're going to do something to apply to these to try to keep from absorbing too much of the color. But you could see, it's turned out pretty cool for just one little light coat. And within a couple of minutes, maybe an hour, that vibrant color that we were getting kind of faded because it got absorbed. But over time, it definitely absorbed even more. And we didn't get any much into the bleed off into the water itself, which is a good thing. But we wanted to put them in salt water, but I did not want to create any kind of preservative because this is just a test, it's an experiment, and we're just anglers trying to take it to the next route. But we want to thank Papaw E's homemade pork toads for putting out a fine quality homemade product here in the great bluegrass state of Kentucky. And we're having this opportunity to play around and come up with some different colors, different patterns, what have you, and we'll see. Well, until next time, thank you again. Give Papaw E Pork Toads at www.papaweporktoads.com. Give them some love. Hit them up. Order some pork toes. They got a huge sale going on in the month of October, and you might be able to find them in your local fishing store. Just if not, go in there, ask them to carry Papaw E Pork Toads. Until then, remember, take a kid fishing. Have a great day.